And we are live. Welcome everybody to the season 37 World Series. It's gonna be myself and also see and Benny. Benny, say hi.
Hi, how's it going? I'm living the dream.
Yeah, Benny living the dream. I mean, you are the only person here today with a team who actually has a stake in this. How do you feel about this?
Um, my player's probably not going to play unless our team is winning or losing by a lot. So therefore, I'm okay. But I play for Nashville, and everyone knows Nashville's history with yeah. So I think that yeah, I'm just not going to say anything to not be as biased as possible.
I mean, if there's anything going on, I guess there are a lot of like bystanders who do know the Nashville history and are kind of rooting for you guys. But also, like, the Crabs aren't exactly the luckiest franchise ever, and I mean, like, they also managed to just get their number two ring, hoping to get their number three. So I think that this is a matchup with the perennially overlooked team. So I'm kind of excited to see what happens. Like, out of all teams that can show up, it'd be great. Of course, Scud is gonna also be here shortly. Scud, the GM of the Vancouver Vandals, who also unfortunately didn't have a birthday. Oh, hi, Scud.
In fact, man of the hour.
Hey, let's go.
How was the nap?
I overslept my alarm by like 5 minutes. I'm sorry.
It's all good. You made it just in time, fashionably 1 minute late. So, anyways, are y'all ready for game number one? I think that we're about to start soon. I told everybody. I don't think anybody has had any issues so far. So yeah, I think we're just gonna start the games off. Okay. They're 3 innings each. All right.
Sounds bueno.
Okay.
Sounds phantasmical.
Let's say this. I mean, I'm just gonna deal with it based on the order in VC. I'll take first three, and then Benny takes the next three, and Scott takes the next three. Yeah. Okay.
Sounds good.
Cool. Let's go.
Let's go.
This is your Majors World Series. One of these teams will have a ring. May the best team win. As a Stars fan and player.
All right. I guess we look good. And with that, game number one, y'all. Let's begin. Alright, to start off the World Series of Season 37, we're going to have a swing by Beef Right. That is going to be caught right on the fence. It will be. Now, we also have a diving catch here by Anthony Brizzo. Billy Nelson here. He's going to get a single that will allow a runner at second base. Sorry, a double here, as that one's going to the gap. Espel Escalito there already with the single, and then one run's going to be driven in. Nashville getting their first run in already. And then with that, Nashville takes a 1-0 lead in top of the first. As now we're stepping out, we have Hayden Andrews here.
Safe.
And then continuing on, we have ground out here at 1-3, and that is going to end the inning. But Nashville's the first team that's going to get on board this World Series, as Providence now steps up. A lot of hot hitters here in the lineup. A real name going to step up against Glenn Allen Mixon and get a single. Next up, we have Dustin Johnson. As a real name is going to try and steal second. Is going to make it there. So runner in scoring position now for Crabs. And that is going to not move the runners up a bit. As that is just going to be... And that is a deep shot. A bunt got bad. That is a 2-run home run. As the Crabs now take a 2-1 lead. As we have some scoring already in the first inning. Will Love here with a really huge home run to set the tone off here for the Crabs. And now we have a swing strike here by Bobby Roode. And now we have a walk by JQ. We do have a ball here as the runner contemplated running a bit. And that's a pop-up that's going to end the inning here. So we're going to now go to Nashville for the top of the second. Right up, it's a double at least for Yuppers, and he's gonna make it second easily. As now moving on, we a lot of offense so far at the start of the game. We do have a walk here for alternate solve, as it's gonna be runners on first and second. And now it's gonna be a double play, as that is a 6-4 free double play. That's gonna get 2 outs here for Nashville. And now we do have another walk. It's gonna now go off to Havifini Brizzo. Free to count, and that is gonna be hit deep to center field, but it's gonna be caught for the third out. So that is a scoreless inning for Nashville. It's just 2-1 so far. Now continue, we have Whiskey Fuse, who's gonna strike out. Now continue, we have Mr. Alligator here with a fly out.
Strike three, see you later, mate. Bye-bye.
And that is a strikeout, 1-2 inning for the Craps, and now it's back to Nashville. Maybe it wants to hope getting some more offense going. So yeah, yeah, Anik's voice is still there. I mean, Anik is calling the game with us in spirit here. Esteban Escalito here with a strikeout. And now for out number 3, it's going to be a fly out, to left field, and that's going to be a 1-3 inning here for Nashville, as the pitchers seems to have calmed down so far in this game. We now gone to the Crabs, where we have a real name at the top of the order again. It's going to be a infield single at the third baseman, can't get rid of it on time. We now have a real name trying to steal a base again. It's going to be safe once again. Over 2 steals today in this game. We now have a ground out to first base. And with that, an infield in call is going to prevent a run from scoring. And now that is going to be a ground out, and it's going to be the third out of the inning. So now we'll move on to Benny to call the next 3 innings.
Yes, we will. Nashville finds themselves down by a run. And there's Michael Williams going to get an infield single on not even a throw by the third baseman.
Strike three, see you later,
Yuppers now at the
mate.
plate's going to strike out. Here's Aldrin Saab as Williams is on the move. He's safe at second base with the stolen bag.
Dogs,
Man in
don't get your hot
position for
dogs
Aldrin Saab to strike out. Now Lalo Salamanca trying to bring him in. And Mr. Salamanca not going to be able to do so. He's going to fly up to right field. To the bottom of the 4th we go. Providence returns to bat up 2-1. JQ is the leadoff hitter for them in this inning.
Strike three.
He'll get rang up looking. Strike 3 called. After him is Cookie Monster, who's going to hit a grounder to the third baseman and recorded for out number 2. Then Whiskey Fuse with 2 down, nobody on, is going to fly one out into right field, but it's not going to be deep enough. It's going to be out number 3. Top of the order, do it for Nashville as we go into the 5th inning. 1, 2, 3, leading off with B-Fry. B-Fry is going to get one into the will not be into the gap. Sliding play by the center fielder. Fantastic out as Brizzo then strikes out right behind him. With 2 down, nobody on, here is player coach Billy Nelson, who's going to line one to the shortstop for a fantastic grab, and out number 3. Halfway through this game, Providence is up 2-1 and returning to bat with 8-9-1 due up. Mr. L.E. Gator is going to ground out to the shortstop for out number 1. Jet Stargasm up is then going to ground out to the shortstop for out number 2. Then our real name's going to lift one to right center field. That's fairly deep, but it's caught for out number 3. Nashville is going to return for the 6th with 4, 5, 6 batters due up. Here's Esteban Escalado. You're going to ground one softly to the second baseman for out number 1. Hayden Andrews returns to the plate. That one's going to get down over the second baseman. That is a single. So man on first with 1 down here for Michael Williams, who's hitting .244 in the postseason. There's a line drive right up the middle. That's going to be dropping in front of the center fielder. So 2 men on with 1 out here for Yuppers. Yuppers is going to strike out. That is a filthy pitch from Mark Murley there. Aldrin Saab then is going to hit a hard grounder, but right to the third baseman, who throws to second, gets the lead runner for out number 3. To the bottom half of the 6th we go, still 2-1 Providence. Dustin Johnson is due up for Providence right away. He grounds out to second. Next up is Will Love, who lifts one deep into right field. Is that gone? No, it is not going to be gone. Caught on the warning track. Bobby Roode then gets a free base. We're going to see him with the walk, 2-out walk, man up first. Bring up JQ, who's going to get one through the right side of the infield. we are going to have
Safe.
runners on the corners with 2 outs here for Cookie Monster. Cookie Monster's going to hit a tapper
Hot
to the
dogs,
pitcher,
come
who
get your
throws
hot
over to
dogs
first for
here.
out number 3. Scoring threat averted. We go to Scud to close the game out in a game that's decided by the slimmest of margins at the moment.
Alrighty, and hopefully I close this game out better than I did in the Legends Conference Series, as Lila Salamanca will strike out for out number 1. Beef Rye, 3-1 count, and he will work a 1-out walk, which will bring up the right fielder, Javithani Brizzo. Currently 0 for 3
Hot
right now,
dogs,
but
come
looking
get
to
your hot dogs
change it
here.
out. And ooh,
Strike 3.
Beef Rye gets picked off at first base, and then Brizzo will strike out to end the inning. So it is stretch time here in game 1. Providence with the
Strike
lead.
3.
Whiskey Fuse leading us off here in the bottom of the 7th with a strikeout. Glenn Allen Nixon still in the ball game here. Mr. Allie Gator with a base hit into right field, just falling behind the second baseman. And he will take off and steal second base. So runner at second for Jet Stargasm. Grounds out to the shortstop for out number 2, bringing him back to the top of the order. Real name. Center fielder barely even moves a muscle and catches that fly ball for out number 3. So 6 outs remaining here for Nashville to get another run. We'll see what they can do here to cool red in the ball game here for Providence. Billy Nelson hits a fly ball caught by the center fielder for out number 1. Esteban Escalito on the first pitch will ground out to the second baseman. On a 2-1 count, Hayden Andrews will hit a fly ball into deep center field for a single. That outfield shift was interesting to say the least. Michael Williams will work a walk, and then a 2-2 count by Yep Yuppers, and that'll be a base hit all the way into the left field corner. And that'll score 2 runs, as Nashville will take a 3-2 lead here late in this ball game. 2-2 count to Uldred Sov, and that'll be an error. And that'll score another run, so 3 runs here in the top of the 8th inning as they work themselves into a 4-2 lead. Ground ball to the second baseman, and another error allows another base runner. B. Fry, though, will strike out looking on the 0-2 pitch, and they are finally retired as we head to the bottom of the 8th. Nashville now up 4 runs to 2. Justin Johnson will ground out to the third baseman for out number 1. Will Love ground ball to the pitcher, and that will be in time, so that'll be out number 2. Bringing up the catcher, Bobby Roode. And that looks to be a base hit up the middle, so a 2-out single from the catcher, Bobby Roode, bringing up JQ. 1-2 count.
Safe.
And ball, but throw down. And there's a ground ball. And throw an amazing play by the shortstop, Uldren Sov, there to record the out. So we head to the top of the 9th here. Nashville up 4-2, 3-1 count for Javithani Brizzo. That's a base hit all the way into the left center gap, and that will be a sliding double for Brizzo. Bringing up Billy Nelson, the third baseman. Full count for Nelson. There's a fly ball right field corner, but that'll be caught for out number 1. Brizzo does not tag. Base hit by Escalito, and that'll be the 5th run of the ball game here for Nashville as they score 4 so far in these last 2 innings. Hayden Andrews ground ball to third to 4 to 3, and that'll be an inning double play, but they do get the insurance run here. 5-2 ball game. Providence has 3 outs to get 3 runs. We'll see what they can do here. Leadoff base hit from Cookie Monster will be a good sign of things to come. Whiskey Fuse. Fly ball right into the gap. The right fielder teleports to catch the fly ball for out number 1. Mr. Alligator will strike out for out number 2. Jet Stargasm.
Strike 3.
Will strike out as Bazooka Joe shuts it down. And Nashville takes game 1 here in the season 37 World Series. I'm going to go ahead and take a look at the box scores here. Let's see. 2 hits, 2 RBIs for Esteban Escalito, 3-hit day for Hayden Andrews, and 2 RBIs for Yup Yuppers. For Nashville, over on the Providence side, 2 for 4 for a real name, 1 for 4, 2 RBIs for Will Love, who had the 2-run home run, and that is about it. For the pitching, no decision for Glenn Allen Mixon, who had a quality start nonetheless, but Bazooka Joe will get the win in relief. 2 and a third inning, 2 hits, 2 Ks. Over on the Providence side, Bark Murley will get the hold in inning and 2/3 in relief. Cool Red will get the loss from 2/3 innings with 2 runs, and Busta Baxter will get the blown save. But your player of the game will be Glenn Allen Mixon, 6 and 2/3, 2 runs, 5 Ks.
Alright, and that is going to be game 1 here, and we're going to move on to the next day and after we save quickly, where we're going to have a few changes from the Crabs. I know the Stars are going to be gonna let it ride for a good bit, so I don't expect that much on their side, but I do know that does make a few changes here. So, organization. Hashtag let it ride. Nashville country. Anyways, I shouldn't say that. Anyways, Link Crab will release more often. The Merely non-specified. Fully time leverage. Yeah, running a 2 reliever bullpen essentially is an interesting strat. It's gonna be Sportsboy 57 here, as I'm gonna assume that it does this good. No changes on the Star side, so I guess we're already set for game number 2, right?
I think we're good to go.
Right. I'm just gonna get dust confirmation, and okay, Matt Bacon's close enough to dust, so we're good.
Yeah, those names look very similar.
All
That'll
right.
do.
Okay, Scott, are you ready to also start calling game number 2?
Oh, you're making okay. Yeah, I'll start it off.
Yeah, you, me, and then Benny. Okay, all good.
Cool.
Alright, actually, before we do that, let me just quickly change the count a bit. Then we're gonna do Stars are gonna be 1. Okay, and we're now set for game 2 on our overlay, and we should be good to go. Alright, game number 2, the Stars are at the Crabs.
Alrighty. Ooh, it's another beautiful day
Strike
in
3.
Providence. And we start off quick beef fry. Striking up to Sports Boy 57 for out number 1. Javithany Brizzo hits a fly ball into center field. And that'll be caught for out number 1. Billy Nelson up to the plate. Another fly ball into center field. That'll be caught for out number 3. So 1, 2, 3 inning here for Sports Boy 57 and the Crabs. As we head to the bottom of the first inning, a real name to lead us off. And that'll be a base hit up the middle for a real name. Bringing up Dustin Johnson, the Triple Crown winner, who will strike out to Parker Parton for out number 1. And Will Love, real name, takes off and is gunned down for out number 2. Will Love, 2-2 count, fly ball into right field, and that is caught for out number 3. So no runs on a hit for Providence here in the first inning, and we head back to the top of the second inning with Esteban Escalito leading us off, 1-2 count, and he will strike out swinging, the second one for Sports Boy 57. Hayden Andrews next up. That'll be a fly ball into center field, racing back at the track, and caught for out number 2. Aldrin Soft ground ball, and that'll be an infield single to the shortstop for Soft, bringing up Michael Williams, who hits a quick line drive right to the first baseman, caught for out number 3. So 1 hit for Nashville, no runs. Bottom of the second we go. Bobby Roode, fly ball right field, and this game is no longer tied. Bobby Pood over here with the first run of the ball game for game 2. Providence now up 1-0 off that Bobby Roode solo shot. That'll bring up JQ, and on the first pitch, ground ball over to first, and he'll take that by himself for out number 1. Cookie Monster hits a fly ball into left field for out number 2. That'll bring up Whiskey Fuse. It's a fly ball to the right field, who just casually walks over and catches that for out number 3. But Providence takes the early 1-0 lead here off that Bobby Roode home run. See how Nashville responds. Yuppers will strike out for out number 1. Bringing up Lilo Salamanca on the first pitch. Fly ball caught by the second baseman in shallow right field for out number 2. And then B. Fry will pop up to the first baseman in foul territory for out number 3. So another 1-2-3 inning here for the Crabs, pitching and defense. We head to the bottom of the 3rd. Mr. Alligator will lead us off with a ground ball to the first baseman, taken over by himself for the out. Ground ball to the shortstop from Jet Stargasm will be out number 2. And then a real name will hit a ground ball to the pitcher, and they'll throw it over for out number 3. So 3 innings already in the books. Providence up 1-0, and I think Sarah wants to take this from here.
All right, now we have the Brazil, who's gonna hit a pop-up. Is gonna be caught by first baseman. Now next up we have Billy Nelson. That is gonna be deep straight through center field, and this game is tied already. It's gonna be a huge jack, 440 feet here, straight dead to center field for Billy Nelson. That is gonna be a tied game, very intense game so far we have here. And stepping up now we have Esposito, who's gonna ground out. Continue on.
Strike 3.
Keenan Andrews is gonna strike out, and that is gonna end the top of the 4th as the Stars are gonna tie this one. Now we go on to the bottom of the inning. We have Dustin Johnson gonna step up, get a strikeout.
Get you eliminated here.
Will Love, that is gonna be popped up to center right field. It's been caught. Bobby Roode step now with a ground out to the second baseman, and that is gonna end the inning. So now we have a 1 game still here at the bottom of the 4th. Moving on, we have Aldrin Sov, who's gonna get a ground out. Moving on, we have a strikeout by Miko Williams.
Program souvenirs.
Moving forward, we have Yuppers,
Snow cones, come get your snow cones.
who's gonna get a ground out, and now we're gonna have a scoreless top of the 5th, 1-2-3, as we now move on to the bottom of the inning. We have JQ who's gonna step up. Right field has to be caught. Cookie Monster. Ground out to third base. Easy out. 2 outs already. Whiskey Fuse strikes out. And that is going to end the inning. 2 1-3 innings for the 5th inning. And now we're going to move on to the 6th with Longo Salamanca here on the Stars. To the count. This will be a strike 3. That's going to be out number 1. That's going to now move on to B. Fry. To the count. Strike out again. 2 strikeouts straight so far. Sportsman 57, you're only hitting the zone. 3-2 count. That is gonna be hit to third baseman. So another 1-3 inning now for the Stars, who are sat down after that solo home run. Moving forward, we have the Crabs here with Mr. Alligator. That is gonna be a pop up to second baseman. Now the second baseman does a little tippy tappy dance here, and we do have a single, so our first hit in a while for Jet Stargasm. Moving forward, we have a real name. That is going to be grounded to the shortstop, and they're not going to throw it out in time, so it's 1 out with 2 runners on base. And that is going to be a ground out to second base, and we have a 4-6-3 double play. That's going to end the 6th inning. Now we're going to move on to Benny.
So Nashville's going to return for the top of the 7th.
Strike 3.
1-1 ball game. Billy Nelson will hit the home run, will strike out for out number 1. Next up, Esteban Escalado, hitting only 191 in the postseason. He's also going to strike out. Sportsboy 57 has been dealing today. That's the 9th strikeout for him. With 2 down, here's Hayden Andrews. He's going to hit a soft grounder to third base. It's going to be out number 3. Nothing doing yet again for Nashville. They only have 2 hits in the entire ballgame. Providence will return to the plate for the bottom of the 7th after the stretch with Will Love, who's going to ground out to second base. Next up's Bobby Roode. Going to hit one up the middle. That will be a base runner for Providence with 1 down. They have a man on first. Right after him is JQ. That is a fly ball to center field. Very playable. Very much caught, very much out. 2 down for Cookie Monster, hits one
Snow
into the
cones,
shortstop's
come get your snow
glove. Throws to second base to retire the lead runner. It's a fielder's choice for out number 3. On to the 8th we go. Nashville has 6, 7, 8 due up, with Aldrin Staub leading off. Staub will do so with a strikeout. Abraham Lincrab now into the game for the Providence Crabs. Michael Williams is going to get hit by a pitch, so that will give Nashville a base runner. He stands on first. That represents the go-ahead run. Yuppers is then going to hit one out into center, but it's not going to be deep enough. It will be out number 2. With 2 down, here's Lalo Salamanca. As Williams is on the move, he will swipe second base. So it's a scoring position for Salamanca if he gets it by, but he can't. It's a diving catch by the second baseman. What a strong play out there by Whiskey Fuse to potentially rob Nashville of a run. To the bottom of the 8th we go. He will lead off with a ground up to the second base. Mr. Alligator is up next. He'll hit one fairly deep out into right center, but the right fielders can be able to get that. With 2 down, here's Jet Stargasm going to strike out. Parker Parton has pitched very well as well. Still going on in the game.
I got lineups, scorecards.
To the
Anybody wants
9th
a
we
lineup?
go. Nashville looking for the go-ahead run. Top of the order, due up. There's Beef Rye with a line
Can't you
drive
eliminate him?
single to start the inning off. That represents the go-ahead run. Brizzo is at the plate as Beef Rye gets gunned down trying to swipe second. That's huge for Providence, as Brizzo's going to hit a single right over the second baseman into center field. Here's Billy Nelson going to fly out to center field with 2 down now. Runner on first for Escalado. Escalado is going to get that down in front of the left fielder. My bad, I couldn't see what was going on there. It's not going to matter though, because Hayden Andrews will strike out. Providence needs 1 run to walk it off. Otherwise, we will have extra inning baseball coming at you. Providence will have top of the order due up, including 525 hitting, a real name. He does line out.
Strike 3.
Dustin Johnson will strike out. With 2 down in the 9th, here is Will Love. Will Love's going to hit a grounder at first base, throw it over to the pitcher, and it's in time. Parker Parton is through 9 innings, giving up 1 run. We will have extra PBE baseball coming at you with Scud.
Strike 3.
Alrighty, Aldrin Soft starting us off here with the free baseball with a strikeout looking. Round number 1, bringing up Michael Williams, 2-2 count. There's a fly ball center field. Barely moves, caught for out number 2, bringing up Yuppers 3-1 count. And he will work the walk. Bringing up Layla Salamanca. Runner at first, and there's a line drive right at the first baseman and caught for out number 3. So no runs here for Nashville as we head back to Providence. We'll see if they send Parker Part now for 10 innings of work potentially.
They
Nope,
will not.
Zugajoka will come
Strike
in the
3,
game,
silly, bye-bye.
striking out Bobby Roode for out number 1. That would have been interesting to see that. Been some Nolan Ryan type pitching right there. But JQ, fly ball into left center field, right off of the top of the wall, inches away from sending it home with the 1-out double though. Cookie Monster, fly ball into right field, and that's caught. The runner doesn't tag for out number 2. Whiskey Fuse, 1-0 count, and a ground ball to the shortstop for out number 3. So nothing happening here in the 10th inning. So we'll take it here in inning number 11.
Alright, let's rotate, y'all, as we now go to Beef Rye, who's going to get a ground out to third base, and a quick transfer equals an out here. We have a strikeout by Anthony Brizzo. Going on, we have Billy Nelson, 0-2 count. That is going to be a strikeout, 1-2-3 count. Is not what the Stars really wanted right now. And now we're going to move on to Providence, where it's going to be between Mr. Alligator and Bazooka Joe. Mr. Alligator is going to get a ground out. Just Stargasm, 1-2 count. That is going to be a single, as that one's going to be dropped right in front of left fielder. So, runner on base runs again for the very hot hitting, a real name, 3-2 count. That is going to be grounded. That's rare. You don't see that a lot. 3-6-3 double play, and that is going to end the inning as we now move on to Betty.
We move on to a 12th inning for Nashville, leading off with Esteban Escalado. Going to do so with a ground up to the shortstop. Neither team can seem to score a run at all. Here's Hayden Andrews. That one is deep. Will that get down? No, it will not. It's caught by the center fielder on the run. And then Aldrin Saab will strike out. Yet again, nothing doing for Nashville in the 12th inning. 2, 3, 4 are going to be due up for Providence here. Here's Dustin Johnson leading off the inning.
Strike three.
Going to do so with a strikeout. That's the golden sombrero for Johnson. Next up is Will Love. Will Love will get the free pass. Man on first with 1 down. It's going to bring up Bobby Roode.
Strike three.
Bobby Roode will strike out. That's going to bring up hot-hitting JQ with 2 down in the 12th with a man on first. That's going to be another walk. So it's going to roll over to Cookie Monster with 2 men on. A single could potentially walk it off right here. It will not matter though. Cookie Monster will strike out swinging.
Hey, Benny, look, it's you.
13th we go.
They put you in.
Game.
I'm going to cry.
It's good.
Oh, I'm here. Michael Williams works a 4-pitch walk to start us off in lucky number inning 13, and will also steal second base. 1-0 County uppers. They do the intentional pass to force the double play situation. Won't matter. Here's Layla Salamanca will strike out for out number 1, bringing up Beef Rye. 1-2 count. There's a base hit into right field. Will we have a run? No, they hold him at third for Javithany Brizzo. 0-1 count. There's a fly ball. And the center fielder teleports, makes the catch, and guns him.
Oh my god, out! You're out!
Some wild defense here from the Crabs as we head to the inning. Unlucky indeed for Nashville. Benny Sheets then beans Whiskey Fuse for the first base runner of the inning. Mr. Alligator for 6-4, but not to 3, as that'll just be a fielder's choice. And then Alligator will steal second base, bring him Stargasm. Fly ball into left field, barely moves. Out number 2 has been made, but back to the top of the lineup for a real name who strikes out. So nothing happening here in the 13th inning. Sarah will take it away for
oh dear God, this
inning of extra.
This baseball game might never end. And that is Billy Nelson here with another bomb deep to center field right as the beginning of the game. We are now 2-1. Nashville has taken the lead so far in this game. Here in the 14th inning of action. And there's graphic here. As we do have another single here by Spell Escalito, who's gonna make a run on first base, as is gonna be Hayden Andrews now stepping up. That is gonna be a strikeout, so 1 out now for Ultra Sov. Ultra count, strikeout. 2 outs here. 1-2 count, and 3 straight strikeouts. It's gonna end the inning, but Nashville now has the lead, so it can all end in this inning. Depending, Krabs has made some huge defensive heroics so far, so can they continue on? That's the question, as that one is actually not going to be caught in the center field. So it's going to be a runner in scoring position here at second base, and we do now have a sacrifice that's going to move the runner to third base here with 1 out. Strikeout by Benny Sheets, and that is going to retire Bobby Poo. And now we move on to JQ. It's up to JQ, strikeout, and Nashville is going to take this 14-inning thriller and make it a 2-0 lead so far in the World Series. And, so who was scared about their player again?
What?
So, Benny, you were scared about, yeah.
Benny over here is scared, and he gets his first World Series win.
I'm shaking right now, bro.
This is high-stakes baseball, man.
High-stakes baseball right here. PBE.
And, okay, a quick look through the box scores. Mo after that one. 2 hits for Beef Rye, 2 hits for Billy Nelson, both of them solo shots. 2 runs and 2 RBIs. 2 hits by Escalito hits, and now for Providence, it's going to be 2 hits for a real name, 2 hits for Bobby Roode, 2 hits for Just Stargasm. And now for pitching, it's going to be Nashville. Parker Parton's going to get player of the game, and the no decision after only giving 1 run in 9 innings. Benny Sheets here with the dub in relief. And for Providence, it's going to be Burke Murley, who's going to get the loss after giving up that home run, as Parker Parton, the starter, who's going to get the player of the game. Also, just want to give a, let's say, yeah, Parker Parton, Billy Nelson combo this game, pretty brutal.
Very brutal.
So, yeah, we're just going to move on to 2 more days. I'm going to... Yeah, we have a travel day the next day, and we're just going to move on straight to the next game, which is going to be out of Nashville. Okay, so I just remembered something. So you know how Nashville has their own custom ballpark? Yeah, maybe I should have done that. And we do have a stamina check now here for the crabs. I might have to slightly block the screen off in a bit. So, crabs. Let me check stamina. So Lane Crab is gonna be at 71% relief. Merly 49%. Yeah, Cool Red 53%. And Glenn Davis is fine. We know Sports Boy 57 exhausted. So y'all good, Dust? Now for the stars. Oh, it's just good.
It's just me.
Like, okay, yeah, it's probably a good idea to get a stamina check after that one, which isn't terrible. Oh, we do have...
Installation is typing. They have changes.
Yeah, we'll come back to let's first get the stars thing out first. So we do have 80% for Benny Sheets on relief. Bazooka Joe is at 24% relief. Parton, we've been through this. Mixon also a bit tired, but we know this, so yeah, that's it. Everybody else seems to be fine. So the crabs here. Let's see. Baxter is gonna go mid relief use more often. Lynn Crab middle relief use less often. And red non-specified. Avoid high leverage. Alright, that's it. We good. We good, Dust. Just give confirm because yeah, that's a few changes. So, and now for the stars. Riding. Okay, we ride. Hey, so quickly before we just continue, we have to do the edit ballpark thingy as we kind of want to show the
All you.
3D model right there that this tab is gonna be. I should probably hide my own files, shouldn't I? One second.
Here's a free lesson on how to make your own stadium in OTP 23 for those watching at home.
I wonder if I can just really stretch this thing out. This will work. Okay, load 3D model to
Should be in ballparks.
Yep.
Oh. Never mind. I was like, wait, but nothing happened.
Oh, no, that's gotta go up.
Euro Truck Simulator?
Yeah, it's not a good time to play that right now, for obvious reasons. Yeah. Another day. Actually, yeah, I did that on my personal stream once. I just stream more for myself. Moving on, now we do have out of park developments.
Did you have a folder called Hummus?
You aren't supposed to tell people that. I censored the entire thing on the for purpose, God. God damn it. You know, I did have I do have a reason for that, okay? Models. So, where is it?
We're all gonna get fired. I'm just gonna put that out.
I've been saying this since like week 1 of season 36, and Gold has yet to fire me. So.
Yep, and with that, there you go, we got ballpark in. So I think we're good to start the next game. And the problem is just.
So in 48 hours, they managed to build a whole new stadium.
Yeah, crazy.
You didn't see anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
Just
crazy
like
how the magic works sometimes. Yeah, the magic of OTB construction, y'all.
I mean, I've seen teleporting outfielders, so at this point I would not put it past the OTP to see this brand new stadium appear out of thin air.
Okay, we're in the Gibson soundstage, and I guess we are in a fitting place for them, right? So yeah, we'll
Ready
just
to roll.
save.
How's Rogers treating you today, Sarah?
Surprisingly not terrible, which is honestly me demanding a lot. I don't think anybody's even the stream still, right? Yeah, just for context, y'all. Yesterday in Toronto, a Rogers line literally broke.
Oof.
So yeah, because of that, I really didn't have good internet at all. There was internet, which is a bare minimum here in this country, but yeah.
Better than AT&T.
Is it? I don't know. At least you have
here.
quote unquote competition.
Competing for something. But it ain't best internet.
Yeah, I'm gonna turn the I'm gonna turn Neek down a bit in volumes. I think everybody's fine with that.
Small players, big balls.
Small players, big balls. Okay, I guess we're good.
Cool. Ben, are you still shaking, man? Because you got to start this game.
Yeah, actually,
No, I'm here.
Are you still shaking?
No, not as much.
All right.
He's calmed down just a little bit.
Oh,
Yeah.
thank you, Hummus, for subscribing. Actually, yeah, why am I even thinking you're supposed to do this right now? Yeah, so. Yeah, before the stream, Benny told me that since he couldn't open a beer for himself since he's not of age yet, Benny's drinking root beer. So, yeah.
Correct. I have A&W brand root beer sitting right in front of me right now.
And A&W is the only brand, so yeah, I mean, as in the only
might
good
have been consumed in that last game, but you know.
No, there's Barks root beer.
You're gonna really support Parks here.
Also,
Yeah.
isn't there another one with like a bulldog?
Mug.
Is that Mug? No, no, A&W is the only good brand. Anyways, before we start controversy, let's begin. Benny, ready?
Yes, let's get her in.
All right, let's
Keep
go.
her moving.
So that's the only root beer with the restaurant. So.
All right, we're gonna have a real name leading off here against Giovanni Sanchez with a fly ball to left field that will be caught for out number 1. Dustin Johnson is up next. That's going to be a line drive single right through the middle infield. After that is Will Love with Justin Johnson on the move. Justin Johnson will swipe second with 1 down. There will be a runner in scoring position for Will Love. That's going to round out to first base. Next up is Bobby Roode with 2 down. Going to get rang up. That's going to be out number 3. Providence strands the runner on second. Nashville returns to batting with B. Fry. B. Fry is going to draw a walk. High pitch count walk. Next up, have Anthony Brizzo. As B. Fry is going to be on the move, he will swipe second base. Then Brizzo is going to pop one up. It's going to hang up just long enough for the left fielder to come and get it. So there's going to be 1 down with a man on second. Billy Nelson draws a walk, so there's 2 men on now with 1 man out. Escalado is at the plate, draws another walk. The bases will be juiced. Providence desperately looking for a double play with Hayden Andrews at the plate. They might get it. They will get it. That will be the end of the inning. The 2-1-3 double play to end the first inning. 5, 6, 7 do it for Providence here. Here's JQ. That is a blast into left field. Is that gone? No. Caught just shy of the warning track for out number 1. Here's Cookie Monster. That's a line drive single. No, he's going to keep on running. He'll be into second base with a 1-out double. Whiskey Fuse is now up. There is a fly ball into right field. That will be playable and caught. No tag. Here's Mr. Alligator. He will strike out for out number 3 in the second inning. Providence puts 0 up in the top of the second. Bottom of the second, Nashville will have 6, 7, 8 due up. Michael Williams leading off. Williams is going to hit a line drive that drops in front of the left fielder. It looks like that would be a single. Yuppers now, with a man up first and no down, is going to hit a fly ball in the left center. Left fielder will range over and make that play for 1 out. Michael Williams then is on the move. He will swipe second base with Aldrin Sav in the box. Sav then is going to line one through the left side of the infield, and that will plate the first run of the ball game. RBI single for Aldrin Sav as Michael Williams comes around from second to score. Here's Lalo Salamanca with one down, man on first. Lalo Salamanca will lift one into right field, but it will be very playable and caught for out number 2. Beef Rye with 2 down is going to sneak one through the middle infield. We are going to have runners on the corners with 2 down for Javithany Brizzo. Looking for clutch batting right here. There is a fly into center field, but the center fielder barely has to move. It will be caught. That will be out number 3. On to the third we go. Nashville now has a lead of 1-0. 9-1-2 due up for Providence, as Jet Sargasm will begin the inning with a strikeout. Here's a real name at the plate. A real name will draw a 4-pitch walk. Man on first with 1 down for Dustin Johnson, who lifts one deep into left field. That is gone. There is a 2-run homer for the Providence Crabs. Talk about putting them in front. Right behind them, Will Love will draw a 1-out walk. Then Bobby Roode will hit a liner into the gap. That might be able to plate a run. No, they're going to hold him at second and third. 1 down, second on third for JQ, who's going to strike out. That's huge for Nashville. Need another out to limit the damage. Here's Cookie Monster going to pop one up, and that will be out number 3. Out by the first baseman. Nashville now finds themselves down a run as we go to the bottom of the third after a 2-run third inning for Providence. 3-4-5 due up for Nashville. There is Billy Nelson to hit a line drive into the gap. That looks like it will be extra bases. He's going to end up with a sliding double. Man on second with no down for Escalado, as there's a pass ball, and Nelson will find themselves standing on third. Escalado will be a strikeout victim, though. Out number 1. Hayden Andrews at the plate. That's going to be into the gap. That gets down off the top of the wall. That will be a double. The game's going to be tied up as Billy Nelson scores on the RBI double from Hayden Andrews. Trading places with him out there. Michael Williams is going to pop out to the pitchers. It's going to be 2 down with a man on second for Yup Yuppers, who's going to drop one over the third baseman. Looks like that's going to bring Hayden Andrews in to score. Nashville will retake the lead 3-2. Yup Yuppers will be standing on first for Aldrin Sav to come to the plate. There's going to be a pass ball, so Yuppers will move over to second. Man in scoring position for Sav now. Then Sav is going to pop one up. That will be ranged over and played, caught by the left fielder for out number 3. We go to the fourth, and we go to Scud, I believe.
Yes. Alrighty. Top of the fourth, Whiskey Fuse getting us started here with a 1-0 single into center field, bringing up Mr. Al E. Gator. It's a line drive into the left field corner, and that should be extra bases, and that'll put a runner at first, second, and third. Infield in. Jet Stargasm will strike out. Let's see if they keep that shift on for a real name. They do. There is a diving play by the right fielder and no tag from the runner at third, so 2 outs. Runners at first, second, and third. Fly ball from Dustin Johnson, and that ball is caught right at the edge of the warning track for out number 3, so no runs here. Providence stranding 2. We head to the bottom of the fourth with Nashville. Lalo Salamanca with a leadoff base hit to get us started here in the bottom of the fourth. Bringing up Beef Rye, who hits a base hit into right field. They'll put runners at first and second here for Javithany Brizzo. 2-0 count to Brizzo. Ground ball to the pitcher, and there's a 1-4-3 double play. And then a ground ball to the first baseman, thrown over to the pitcher for out number 3. And that retires the side as Nashville strands 1. We head to the top of the fifth, still a 3-2 ball game. Will Love fly ball right field. That is way gone. 113 off the bat, 440 feet. And Will Love's 4th home run of the postseason will tie this game at 3 apiece. Bobby Roode will follow up. 1-2 count. There's a strikeout. As Benny Sheets is in the ball game now, or was in the ball game. Base hit for JQ with 1 out, so that'll be 1 out, 1 on for Cookie Monster. 2 count. That'll be the second strikeout for Benny Sheets this game. And bring up Whiskey Fuse, and that'll be a high pop up to the shortstop, caught for out number 3. So Providence ties it on the Will Love home run. And we head to the bottom of the fifth. Esteban Escalito starting us off here with the swinging strikeout for out number 1. Bringing up Hayden Andrews, 3-0 count, and he will work the 4-pitch walk. And that'll put left fielder Michael Williams up 3-6, but not back to 3, so that'll just be the fielder's choice. He takes off, and he will steal second base here with 2 outs to bring Yup Yuppers base hit into left field. Will they score the run? It looks like they will. So that'll untie this game at 4-3 ball game now. Nashville ahead off that Yuppers single. Now Aldrin Solve up, and there is a base hit all the way into the right field corner. And they send Yuppers home, and that'll be an RBI double for Aldrin Solve. It's now a 5-3 ball game here for Nashville. And the center fielder Leo Salamanca has busted Baxter's in the ballgame now. Strikeout, drop, third strike, and he will make the play at first for out number 3. So we head to the top of the 6th. Nashville taking a 2-run lead here. And Mr. Alligator will get us started here with a double all the way into the right center gap. Sorry, my dad texted me saying my washing machine was leaking. That's fun. Alligator will steal third base. Jet Stargasm will strike out swinging on the 2-2 pitch. So 1 out, runner at third here for a real name. There's a base hit up the middle, so that will have this deficit RBI single from a real name. 5-4 ball game now. Dustin Johnson with a runner at first. A real name takes off and steals second base, so no double play potential here. And there's a base hit from Dustin Johnson. Will they send a real name? They do, and that will tie this game back up at 5. 21 hits already in this ball game between the two teams. Justin takes off. Dustin takes off. Good Lord. Will Love will ground out to short, so runner at third. And Bobby Roode will strike out to end the inning, but Providence does tie this game back up at 5 runs apiece. We head to the bottom of the 6th here with Beef Rye leading us off. And that looks to be caught by the right fielder. He ran about a mile to make that play. Javithany Brizzo fly ball into right field, caught for out number 2. Bringing to Billy Nelson, 1-2 count. And he will look at strike 3. So we head to the top of the 7th inning, tied at 5 runs apiece. Sarah, take it away.
Okay, it's gonna be interesting as we are now pretty much in another close game situation, as we now have 1 out here by JQ. Cookie Monster here. Also gonna strike out. Is now up to Whiskey Fuse. And that's gonna be deep, and that is out here. Providence now with their first lead. With their lead, I can't even say the first lead, as they are in prime position to take control of this game here. 6-5 here in top of the 7th. Yeah, to the count, as that one is gonna be a fly up to the right field. And now we have 3 outs here as we go into the stretch. And now it's going to be up to Esteban Escalito. And that one is also deep. It's now tied 6-6. 2 home runs and 2 halves of an inning. And we are now going to be still within a tie game situation. Who knew Reno was the one who really decided the game in the end? Crazy how that works. But now we have 3-1 count, and now they're gonna try and do a pick off for 10 minutes. Not gonna work. It's gonna be a strike kill here, pretty on the edge here, but 2 count. That's also gonna be a strikeout, so still running on first of Hayden Andrews there, and now we're gonna be up to Ultrasov. We're on first base. They're gonna try and pick it off again. The 1-2 count, strike count, and they don't even need to pick him off as they're now having a 3 straight strikeouts. Gonna get us to the next inning here as we're now on the top of the 8th here with just Stargasm. 0-2 count is gonna strike out. I gotta say, so far the games here in the World Series, amazing. Quality is intense. And then we have another strikeout here by a real name. 3-1 count. It's gonna be a walk here for Dustin Johnson, and we now move on to Will Love. Power hitter. Oh, and count. Dustin Johnson's going to try to steal second. Dustin Johnson does. So we have a runner on scoring position for the Crabs. They're going to get a single. They are going to get a single. So they're going to try to send a runner. And it's going to be saved here as Dustin Johnson scores. Providence is going to get a 7-6 lead. Bobby Roode, 1 to count, and that one is going to be a hit to left field to be caught, and that is going to be out number 3. So Providence takes another lead here as we're going a bit back and forth so far. We're going to be up to Nashville with Lalo Salamanca, who isn't hitting great right now, but 3 to count. Strikeout, 1 out here. We now move on to B Fry in top of the lineup. 2-2 count. B Fry strikes out. 2 outs in a row. So now we're going to move on to Anthony Brizzo here. Hitting 230 so far in the postseason. 1-0 count. It's going to be smacked, and that one is going to drop in front of center field. So we have the tying run on base here for Billy Nelson. Billy Nelson, who hit 2 home runs last time, is going to hit a single. So now it's going to be 2 runners on for Esteban Scalito, who hit that home run earlier with a runner in scoring position. 1-1 count. That one is going to be hit. A center fielder is going to get under, and that's going to be caught. And we're now going to move on to the 9th inning where the Stars are going to be down by 1 run. Providence seeking some insurance. We're going to have JQ stepping up. JQ 0-2 count. Oh, JQ strikes out. That's going to be a first out here. We're now going to move on to Cookie Monster. 1-0 count is going to be a single to right field is going to drop as Cookie Monster is now going to be on base 3-2 count. It is going to be grounded to third base and 5-4-3 double play. And now we're going to move on to the Stars. We'll have 3 more outs to get at least 1 more run. Going to be up to Hayden Andrews here, the DH. 2-2-2 so far in the postseason. 0-5 on your home run RBI line. That one is going to be shallow. It's going to be a diving catch in center field. The center fielder here so far, real name, putting in some great work for the Crabs. He's ground out here from Miguel Yelpers. That one is going to be lightly flew out, and that is going to be Providence's first win so far of the World Series, and it's going to be a 2-1 series as they are able to squeeze this one out 7-6. And now moving on to the box score. So we have 3-4 here for Dustin Johnson with 3 RBIs, 2-4 for Will Love with 2 RBIs, and 2-5 for Cookie Monster, 2-5 for Whiskey Fuse, 2-4 for Mr. Alligator. Now for Nashville, it's going to be 2-4 for Beef Right, 2-4 for Billy Nelson, 2-4 for Hayden Andrews, 2-5 for Yuppers, 2-4 for Aldrin Soft. Let's see, 3 RBIs Dustin Johnson, 2 RBIs Will Love, 2 RBIs for Yuppers, Aldrin Soft. Now for pitching, we're going to have Buster Baxter getting a win here for Providence. Save is going to go to Abraham Lindcrab. And for Nashville, it's going to be Juan Rodriguez getting a loss here. 200 runs in 2.1 innings pitch. And player of the game is going to be Dustin Johnson with that 3 RBI performance. Going to get a quick save, and I'm assuming there's going to be some changes here. Okay, it's going to be Krabs, and we're going to move on to the next game here on the count. So, Dustin, Stars, and changes. Stamp check. Alright, 1 second. Hey, so let's see. Link Crab so far, it's 40% on RP. And then Baxter, 11%. Everybody else seems fine. Yeah. Okay. August Dust. Alright, anyway, Stars. I guess I'm gonna assume they're taking a ride. If Zach or Tajia wants anything, say. Let it ride. Alright. Anyways, Merrily views list. Yeah, Cool Red, Middle Relief. Use more. Harley Fank. No changes. Abraham Lindcrab. None. Void High. Avoid High. Okay. You good? Alright. Good. And that's gonna be it already. So it's now gonna be Oops, wrong button. Let's take a quick save of the settings, and we're gonna now have the Crabs versus Stars. This is gonna be 2-1 series so far. All right, I guess I'll start off this one. Y'all ready?
Let's do it.
All right,
keep it
let's
moving.
do it. Let's get it done with and
Let's
begin.
go.
Let's go. Alright, a real name stepping up. That is going to be hit to left field and is going to be caught to start off the game here for Providence. Dustin Johnson now stepping up is going to get a ground out to third base. Will Love. That one is going to be grounded right in front of the catcher. It's going to be thrown out just in time. Catcher had to look over get it. And it's going to be 1-3 here for Providence to start off the game. And it's now going to be up to the Stars here with B-Fry. Free to count. B-Fry stepping up. It's going to hit one. That is going to go to the corner. Going to try for a double. Are they going to get it? They are going to get it here so far. Now it's going to be up to Anthony Brazil. 2-1 count, and that one is going to be grounded third base. Runner can't move up. It's going to be up to Billy Nelson for now. 3-2 count. It's going to be a strikeout. So that's going to be the last chance to score the runner in scoring position. It's going to be a 3-2 count. That one is going to be popped up, and it's going to be called by the shortstop. It's going to be caught. And they're going to strand one here on second base as we now move back to Providence here with no score in the first inning. It is going to now be for Bobby Roode, who is going to get a strikeout here. Now, next up is JQ. 3-10 so far in the postseason. That is going to be grounded to second base. Going to be thrown out. A Cookie Monster, 1 count. That one is going to be deep, and that is out here as we now open the scoring with a Cookie Monster home run.
Don't get your hot dogs here.
That was the... With that is 1-0 here at the top of the second. As we now move on to Whiskey Fuse. Now Whiskey Fuse here. That is going to be a diving catch in right field, and that is going to prevent a hit. So we now move on to the next part where we have the Stars here with Hayden Andrews. Hey Andrews, that one is going to be a hit to left field. It's going to be near the warning track, but it's going to be caught. Gonna have a ground out to second base, Mika Williams, and yuppers.
Strike 3.
He's now gonna get a strikeout, so that is gonna end the inning. So now we go on the top of the third here. So moving up here is Mr. Alligator. That one is gonna be grounded to the shortstop. We're in a bit of a shift. Just start getting here a strikeout. And now stepping up is a real name.
Strike 3.
Strikeout 1-2-3 inning now for a Providence. So now it's gonna be back to the Stars here with Aldrin Saul. 1-2 count. That is gonna be a hit as in line drive. Gonna be caught in left field. Lois Amaika, that one is gonna drop in left field. So we have a single here for the ninth batter. As we now move on to B. Fry, who hit a double earlier, but that one is not gonna be. But it is gonna be infield single as the first baseman can't seem to transfer that one out. That's a classic OTV moment if I've ever seen one. And now we have a pop-up to, that's going to be caught by the left field. And we have a strikeout by Billy Nelson, so that's going to strand 2. As we're now going to move on to Benny for the next few innings.
Onto the fourth we go. Leading off for the Crabs is Dustin Johnson. Will do so with a line drive to the wall out in left center field. That will be a leadoff double for the Providence Crabs. Good start for their offense. Will Love then is going to hit a line drive into center. It's going to be over the center fielder's head. That was a tactical mistake. Providence finds the second run of the game. They look very good so far to start this one out. Bobby Roode now is up. They're going to drop one in front of the center fielder. They're going to hold the runner at third, though, so it'll be runners on first and third with no down. There's a pop-up fielded by the shortstop. Runners do not go. Stars desperately looking for a double play here. There's another pop-up. That will help them significantly. Caught by the second baseman. Whiskey Fuse with 2 downs. Going to hit a line drive into the corner. That will be at least 1 run. Looking at 2 runs. The Providence Crabs have cracked this game open with 3 fourth-inning runs. They now find themselves with a 4-0 lead in the ballgame. Mr. Alligator looking to keep the inning going and will do so with an infield single. Everything's going right for the Providence Crabs right now. There's another line drive by Jet Stargasm, the bottom of the order with some clutch hitting in this inning. They find a 4th run in this inning. It's 5-0 Providence. On the run for third and swiping third is Mr. Alligator. Runners at the corners with 2 down now as there is another line drive by a real name. Everything has been going right for Providence in this inning. It is 6-0 Crabs. Dustin Johnson at the plate
Safe.
as a real name swipes second base. So 2 runners in scoring
Strike
position with 2
three.
down for Johnson, who finally ends the inning with a strikeout. But not before the Providence Crabs strike for 5 runs and find themselves with a mammoth 6-0 lead. Stars need to do a lot of work, and they need to do it now as Escalado strikes out to start the 4th. Hayden Andrews after them is going to draw a walk. Then next up here is going to be Michael Williams. It's going to hit a pop-up caught by the shortstop. So 2 down for Yup Yuppers, who's going to strike out looking. Not what you wanted if you're a Nashville fan, but nevertheless, life goes on. Into the 5th we go, Providence leading 6-0.
Strike
Will
three.
Love at the bat is going to strike out. Glenn Allen Mixon looking to recover after a putrid 4th inning. Bobby Roode then is going to hit one deep into left center field, but it's going to get just under it, so it's going to be caught for the 2nd out. Then JQ is going to hit a hard grounder to the shortstop, which is fielded and thrown to first for the out number 3. Nothing on the board for Providence in the 5th. They are still up 6-0 as we go to the bottom half. Aldrin Saab leading off for Nashville with a hard ground ball to the shortstop for out number 1. Then Lalo Salamanca going to hit a ground ball to the first baseman, who throws to the pitcher, who fumbles it and will allow Salamanca to reach on an error. Then B. Fry draws a walk. So there's a couple base runners to work with here for Nashville with 1 out in the bottom of the 5th. However, Javithany Brizzo puts a spike in that as they strike out. Billy Nelson is next up, who's going to also strike out. And so that will end the scoring threat for Nashville in the 5th. It's still 6-0 as we go to the 6th with Providence in front. Cookie Monster leading off for Providence with a fly ball into deep right center field, but not deep enough, caught for out number 1. Whiskey Fuse now, who is home run in this game already, is going to fly out to center field. And then Mr. Al E. Gator is going to hit a grounder to first base, which is fielded and touching the base for out number 3. The bottom half of the 6th we go, still 6-0. 4-5-6 do it for Nashville. Leading off is Esteban Escalado, who does so with a line drive that's going to be down in front of the right fielder. Looks like extra bases for Mr. Escalado. Scoring position now for Hayden Andrews. And there is going to be a balk called on James Ronlane, who's at 112 pitches. And there is a pop-up fielded by the second baseman. So we will have Escalado holding at third. There's a pass ball, however, no movement. As Williams is going to strike out. It all falls to Yup Yuppers to try to get a run across. And he will not do so. He will ground out to the shortstop. We go to the 7th, and we go to Scud in a ballgame that, frankly, is not close.
Alrighty, Jet Stargasm here, leading us off in the top of the 7th with a 4-pitch walk from Swantavius Day. Throws over to second for the force out, and that'll just be it. And then Dustin Johnson, fly ball deep center field, and is gone. From 6 runs to 8, 433 feet from the Crabs' right fielder. 8-0 Providence here in the late stages of Game 4. Will Love with 1 out. See what he can do. And caught by the shortstop, route number 2. Bobby Roode, 0-1 count, fly ball into right center field, and that'll be caught for out number 3. So it is stretch time here in Nashville.
Hold up 1 second. Welcome, Raiders. Thank you for Nersha Bianco for rating for 40 here to the PB Cinema. It's the World Series here. Welcome. All right, continue on.
Okay. All right, cool. B. Fry, ground ball, third base, and that'll be the 3rd out of the inning. So 2 innings remaining here. Providence has an 8-0 lead. We head up to the 8th. Here we go. 1-2 count to JQ. That'll be a strikeout. First for Day out of the pen. Bring up Cookie Monster, and on the first pitch, he'll hit a ground ball over to the shortstop, and that'll be out number 2. Bring up Whiskey Fuse, 2-1 count. Fly ball, right field, looks to be deep, but not deep enough, as that'll be caught for out number 3. As we head to the bottom of the 8th, 6 outs remaining here for the Stars lineup. Vithany Brizzo getting us started here. Fly ball, right center field, off the glove of the right fielder. So a 2-base error here to start it off. And then Billy Nelson will pop out to the center fielder for out number 1. Bring up Esteban Escalito. Fly ball, right center gap, and the first run for Nashville will come here in the bottom of the 8th. 7-run deficit now. Bringing up Hayden Andrews, the DH. 2-2 count. There's a fly ball into right center field, but that one looks to be caught this time by the center fielder, as Michael Williams will hit a fly ball into right field again. That'll be out number 3, but Nashville does ruin the shutout for Providence, and we head to the top of the 9th. Ali Gator leading us off. He will take the full count walk. That'll bring up Jet Stargasm. Ground ball over to first underneath the glove of the first baseman. That'll be extra bait. What is going on? That turned into a double and they advanced on the throw. That was a double? I am shocked. Her real name, fly ball, deep center field. That should be deep enough for a sac fly, and it is. Make that 10-1 here. 2 runs so far on the top of the 9th off that sac fly. Bringing up Dustin Johnson, full count. That'll be a walk as Ash Winstein has been in the ball game.
Strike 3.
Strikeout for Will Love for out number 2. Bringing up Bobby Roode. 1-1 count, or 1-0 count, but won't matter, as that'll be a fly out to center field for out number 3. So we head to the bottom of the 9th. 3 outs to get 9 runs. We'll see what the Nashville lineup can do. Yuppers on the full count will fly out to center field for out number 1. Aldrin Saab strikes out. Looking for out number 2. And bring Lilo Salamanca the 9-hole 1-2 count. And he will strike out to end the game. So Providence does even up this series here in game 4. 10 hits, 10 hits to 5, 10 runs to 1. And just taking a look at the box scores here, there's not much to go off of for Nashville. Just the 2 hits, 1 RBI for Escalito, and 2 hits for Beef Rye. But over on the Providence side, 2 RBIs for a real name, 2 hits, 2 RBIs for Dustin Johnson, and then 2 RBI day for both Whiskey Fuse and Jet Stargasm. Looking at the pitching here. There we go. James Rollin will get the win for the Crabs, 5 2/3 shutout ball, 8 Ks. Glenn Allen Mixon will get the loss for Nashville, giving up 6 runs in 6 innings. And James Rollin will be your player of the game. Alrighty.
Alright, yeah, we're back here, and it's gonna be crazy. It's kind of crazy how it's already turned back here, so I guess we're not gonna have a short stream today. I guess we're just gonna have to bunker down. How should we consider dinner plans? Anyways, Baxter, you may relieve use more. Yeah, so are you seeing the hummus folder that I sent you since you're interested?
Yes. This is cursed.
Yeah, maybe we gotta share it a bit. I'm gonna just check. Hey, crafts are good? Okay, stamina check. Okay, so we got Benny Sheets here. It's gonna be on 53% on relief. Swanty is at exhausted. Juan Rodriguez at 73%. Okay.
No changes.
No
Glad
good.
you ride.
Hey, does the crowd want to see the hummus folder? Oh. Well,
Honestly,
okay, the crowd has
Mona Lisa
spoken.
doesn't even compare to some of these images.
The crowd has spoken. Anyways, image. What have we done? What have we done? Oh, the hummus folder. Anyway, so we have right here. We have the Mona hummus. We have the American hummus. We have Winston Hummus.
Wait, I didn't see that one.
I know. There's so much more.
Oh no.
Let's see. Yeah, we have a migrant hummus here. Yeah.
I can't keep looking at this.
Yeah,
I'm not
the
gonna give it
Adele
to
21 hummus remix. Okay. And yeah, that's our collection here. Thank you for coming to show and tell, everybody. I hope this was worth the interruption that we took here. Anyways, we'll just pretend that never happened. Yeah.
That's
Co-host
it.
with
We
the
are all
giggles.
getting fired. This is our last stream.
Honestly, you know what? All the last streams I could done. Yeah, this was worth it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's no way they let us keep our jobs after this. Not gonna lie.
Honestly, I feel like I've done way worse in front of Golden. Yes, it's Gold still hasn't let me keep the job. Anyways, game 5. So,
Sir, they've let the both of us stream
Yeah.
together again after multiple curve streams.
yeah, I deserve to be fired so many times right now. Okay, wait, who's
Just
supposed to
blame
start
Rogers.
again?
Just blame Rogers. for
Yeah, Roger's internet made me show my hummus folder. Anyway, Scott, are you ready?
that. Yeah, I'm ready.
Alright, let's go.
Let's do a little dance. Game 5. Series tied at 2-2.
Straight free, see you later, mate. Bye-bye.
The real name will strike out on the 1-2 pitch to get us going here in the first. Dustin Johnson up. Caught by the shortstop, little lazy fly ball into shallow left for out number 2. Will Love follows it up with the fly ball on the left for out number 3 of his own. Nothing here. 1-2-3 inning for Parker Parton. We head to the bottom of the first. B. Fry leading us off. And we'll look to do something on the first pitch here. As that is a base hit into the gap. We'll see how many extra bases he gets here. He looks to be content with just one extra base. Leadoff double here for B. Fry. And a fly ball into deep right field, and that is gone. Wall scraper from Javithany Brizzo, as that breaks the scoring here on the second pitch from Sports Boy. The second pitch, and 2 runs have already been scored. Billy Nelson follows it up with a base hit up the middle of his zone. So 4 pitches in, 3 hits given up. Make that 6 pitches. 4
What?
runs.
What was that?
Sports Boy 57 has thrown 6 pitches and has given up 4 hits and 4 runs.
He's jumping the crowd.
Dogs here.
With a bomb into right center field, bringing up Hayden Andrews on the first
Ain't
pitch
no
of this
way.
at bat.
Ain't no way.
And the first out has been retired. And then a strikeout from Aldrin Saw for out number 2. I believe that was pitch number 11 of the inning. But nope, that's going to raise the pitch count up a bit as Michael Williams with the 3-1 walk takes off, steals second base. So full count here for Yup Yuppers. And there's a ground ball over to second. That'll be the 3rd out of the inning. But Nashville striking quick, fast, and hard here. 4 runs in the bottom of the first. And we head to the top of the second with Bobby Roode, who will strike out on the 2-2 pitch looking. Bringing up to the left fielder, JQ. See what Q can do here. Full count for Q. And he will strike out swinging for out number 2. And that'll bring up the first baseman for Providence, Cookie Monster. And a 1 count. Ground ball over to third. And the throw is made. So another 3 up, 3 down here for Providence as Nashville still holds on to that 4-0 lead. We'll see if they can tack on anything more to this. Lilo Salamanca will work the 4-pitch walk here. So that'll bring up Beef Rye. 2-2 count. And there's a base hit into right field, and Lilo Salamanca will hold at second. So runners at first and second here for Javithany Brizzo. And that will juice the bases here with that 3-1 walk. Billy Nelson will strike out here. Escalito, 1-1 count. Fly ball, deep right center field, and there's a grand slam. The second home run for Escalito, and it's a grand slam. And Nashville's lead has doubled from 4 to 8 on one swing of the bat. 8-0 here. 8 runs, 6 hits. Hayden Andrews, 0-2 count. That'll be a ground ball to the first baseman, thrown over to the pitcher for out number 2. That was the first out recorded by Buster Baxter. And then a ground ball into short, or too short for out number 3. So Nashville with an 8-0 lead here early on in this game. And the first base runner for Providence will be a walk to Whiskey Fuse. The full count pitch, Alligator hits a fly ball. The left fielder barely moves, just watches it fall right in front of him for the first hit for Providence. But then Jet Stargasm will strike out for the first out of the inning. The runners at first and second here for a real name. And there's a base hit into left field. They send the runner, and that'll be the first run of the game for Providence here as they get one back. 8-1 ball game now off that RBI single from the real name. Justin Johnson with the base hit of his own into left field, and that'll score another run, so it's now an 8-2 ball game. Off that RBI single from Justin Johnson. Will Love up to bat. Runners at first and second again on the first pitch. Pop up into center, runs all the way in, and the catch is made for out number 2. Bring up Bobby Roode. Bobby Roode will strike out looking to end the inning, but Providence does get 2 runs here in the top of the third. And we will see how Nashville responds here in the bottom half of the inning. Michael Williams getting us started here. There is a fly ball right field, ran all the way in for out number 1. Yuppers, first pitch of the AB, diving play, and there's a fumble bumble by a drop throw from the shortstop. E3, 1-6-3 double play, matters not, as Lilo Salamanca rounds into a double play. And we head to the top of the 4th, and Sarah will take it away here.
Alright, now JQ is gonna step up. That is gone. Another bug gone bad. As we know, it's gonna be a free to 8 here for Providence. I pledged that for charity. Sometimes I forget, but yeah, it's not a bug gone bad. That was. Anyways, down more. So we have Cookie Monster strikeout. Moving forward, we have Whiskey Fuse. That one is gonna be grounded to third baseman, and that's gonna be out. For we have a single to right field here, as Mr. Alligator is just gonna stop here at first base. Just Stargasm is gonna watch as Mr. Alligator is gonna steal second. 11 stolen bases so far. Now we have a pop-up that's gonna be caught by a third baseman, and that is gonna make this an 8-3 game so far in the middle of the 4th. So yeah, we have B4I. That is gonna be grounded to first base, and OTP. Oh, he always amused me with that animation. As we don't have infield single, there's gonna be a stolen base by B4I. Oh, G Brizzle. It's just gonna get a fly out to center field, and we have a Billy Nelson walk here. I guess they were pushing around. This is up to Esposito, the hot hitter. Gonna get a strikeout here with Barkberg. We got entering the game. To the count. Hayden Andrews is gonna strike out, and that's gonna strand 2. And now we're gonna move on to Providence here. In top of the 5th inning, we're gonna have the real name. It's gonna step up. That is gonna be a deep, and that is a diving catch straight into the wall. Gonna be caught. What count? That's gonna be a strikeout for Dustin Johnson. Now moving on, we have Will Love here, 188 so far postseason. That's gonna be a strikeout, and now we have 1-3 inning here for Providence as we now move back to the Stars here. Stars gonna have the altered self. That is gonna be grounded. It sounds like the broken bat is gonna be to third base, and that's gonna be first out. Mika Williams here. That is gonna be hit to right center field. It's gonna be a double here as Mika Williams is gonna get a second base. Safely. Yupper is gonna watch as Mika Williams steals third. It's gonna be safe. Mika Williams here with the aggressive base running. Yupper is here. That is gonna be a fly on left field. Are they gonna try and run? No, they're not. It's gonna be too shallow. 1-1 count here. That is gonna be a hit to center field. It's gonna be caught by the center fielder, a real name, and that is gonna be out here as they're gonna strand 1 on third base. And now moving forward, we have Bobby Roode here, more unlike Bobby Poo as he hits this one to center the infield. Now we do have a single to left field with JQ. Now we have Cookie Monster. That one is going to be hit deep, and that is out of here. Oh, and the Crabs is slowly getting comeback here on what seemed to not be even possible at the beginning. It's 5-8 now. It's gonna be flying out. Now we have Mr. Alligator here. That one is gonna be caught in center field, and that is gonna end the inning. So it's now gonna be up to the Stars here to step up. Eve Roy. Now it's gonna take a walk here. Stars might want to score a bit more just in case. If any more offense from the Crabs. Now we're gonna have a stolen base again, and it's gonna be caught here. It'd be right at cost stealing a second. Now we'll have a ground out in front of the catcher, Billy Nelson. Now it's gonna strike count, and now that is gonna end the inning. So not much offense going on here for the Stars ever since the second inning. So now it's gonna be up to the Crabs, who are red hot so far with Benny. Benny?
Yeah. So Jet Sargasm's gonna line out to shortstop. A real name's gonna pop out to shortstop, and then Dustin Johnson's gonna ground out to second base. Quick 1-2-3 inning for Providence in the 7th. Sorry, I forgot I was muted. Nashville's gonna return for the bottom of the 7th with Esteban Escalado, who's going to check his swing. That will be a walk. Abraham Linkcrab in the game for Providence Crabs.
Strike 3.
Hayden Andrews will be strikeout victim number 2 for Linkcrab. 1 down here in the bottom of the 7th. Brings up Aldrin Saab, who's going to hit a grounder to the shortstop. That will be a 6-4-3 double play. That is a 0 on the board for Nashville in the bottom of the 7th. We go to the 8th in a 3-run ball game. Will Love at the plate. Will Love's going to lift one into center field, but it's not going to be able to get out of there. It's going to be 1 down. Bobby Roode at the plate now. Will strike out against Bazooka Joe. JQ now with 2 down, nobody on. And JQ is going to pop one up that should be playable, and it will be. It will be caught by the second baseman. And nothing on the board for Providence in the 8th. To the bottom half we go. It will be bottom of the order due up for Nashville. Micah Williams leading off with a grounder. That will be thrown over to first for out number 1. Yup Yuppers is going to have a hard hit liner down, hits the wall. Should be extra bases. That will be a stand-up double for Yup Yuppers. It's going to bring up Lalo Salamanca with a man on second and 1 down. Going to hit a tapper to the pitcher. For out number 2, Yuppers moves to third. And then there's Beef Rye hitting one deep into right field, but it's not deep enough. It will be caught for out number 3. To the 9th we go. Providence has 1 inning to manage 3 runs. You'll have 6, 7, 8 due up. Here's Cookie Monster. Going to strike out. Next up is Whiskey Fuse with 1 down in the 9th. He's going to strike out looking on 3 pitches. And then after that is Mr. Alligator.
Strike 3.
Who's going to strike out. Bazooka Joe comes in and strikes out the side in the 9th to lock down the 2-inning save. The Nashville Stars will win 8-5 over the Providence Crabs via 8 runs in the first 2 innings, including 4 in the first 6 pitches of the game. On the Providence batting side of things, they were led by Mr. JQ, who went 2 for 4, had an RBI and 2 runs, also providing 2 RBIs and a run for Cookie Monster. And Mr. Alligator went 2 for 4 with a run as well. On the Nashville side of things, Beef Rye went 3 for 4 and had a pair of runs, pair of RBIs, and 2 runs for Javithany Brizzo. Billy Nelson went 1 for 3 with a run. But the story of the game for Nashville was Esteban Escalado had 6 RBIs on 2 for 3 batting with 2 runs and a walk. That's probably going to earn them player of the game. Sportsboy 57 was on the mound for Providence. They did take the loss. They give up 8 earned runs in 1.1 innings pitched. The bullpen performed admirably behind them, but the hole was just too big to dig out of for Providence. Parker Parton got the win for Nashville. It was not a particularly strong start, though. Gave up 5 earned runs in 5.1 innings pitched. Benny Sheets gets the hold, and Bazooka Joe gets the save. Player of the game is Esteban Escalado.
Alright, quick save, y'all. And, yeah, so we're now going on to Game 6. It's 3-2 series so far. The Stars are 1 win away from their first ever franchise championship. So we do have a stamina check request here from the Crabs, as we now have a rest day though. So we're going to now go to the Crabs here. It's going to be Providence at home again. So let's now look at the pitching. We have let's see. Wing Crab is gonna be at Wing Crab as a reliever is 78% rested. And then let's see, Bark Merlin is gonna be at 56. Everybody else looks fine so far. And yeah, that's good. Everybody else seems fine. Yeah, Cool Red is at 80%. Fink 98. Baxter 67. Yeah, okay. And now for the stars. Gonna have, let's see, Benny Sheets is on 82% relief. Swantavius Diaz is 62% relief. Everybody else is in the green so far. Yeah, Batsuka Joey 9, Slurms 100, Juan Rodriguez 93, Ash Winstein 92. Yeah. Alright, so I do have some requests here from the crowd, so stars, let me know if you need anything. Okay, Baxter Murley. None. I wonder if you have an entire team of none specified what hand leverages, what would they do? Anyways, let's see. Red, middle relief use more. The Lane Crab middle relief use less. Alright, just feel free to confirm. And I'm just gonna check the stars real quick. Alright, no changes, and crabs also are good to go, so we're gonna be back here for stars at the crabs. Alright, so it's now gonna be Benny starting off with myself. Then game 6, a possibly series clinching game. So the stakes are on. Crabs are gonna fight to stay alive though, and force game 7. So are we ready, y'all?
Let's do it.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. Let's go.
To start off this game, we are going to have Beef Rye facing off against Glenn Davies. Beef Rye is going to hit a grounder to the shortstop for out number 1. Anthony Brizzo's up now, and he's going to hit a grounder to shortstop for out number 2. 2 out here for player coach Billy Nelson, who's going to strike out looking. That is a fantastic start for Glenn Davies and the Providence Crabs. Nothing on the board for Nashville. We go to the bottom of the first. A real name leading off for Providence. Going to do so with a tapper to the pitcher for out number 1. Dustin Johnson with 1 down is going to ground out for out number 2.
No, that's not out.
Error.
There?
Then he's going to steal second base, so we have runner on second with 1 down. Then there is a single that should play to run for the Crabs. It will play to run for the Crabs. Crabs grab an early run via the RBI from Will Love. Now Bobby Roode at the plate is going to smack one into left center. That's a diving play by the center fielder to save potentially a run. Then JQ with 2 down will strike out. So Nashville does a good job minimizing the damage. However, Providence does find themselves in early lead. To the second we go, 1-0 Providence. Esteban Escalado leading off the game. Going to do so with a tap out, pop up to the second baseman. And then that one is lifted deep into right field and gone for Hayden Andrews. We have tied the game. Nashville finds a run in the second via the solo shot by Hayden Andrews. 1-1 with 1 down here as we go to the 6th hitter, Micah Williams. Micah Williams is going to hit a liner that is going to be into the gap. That should be extra bases, and it will be extra bases. It is a stand-up double for Micah Williams with 1 down. Here's Yuppers, and there's going to be a balk called on Glenn Davies. So Williams will advance to third. Good scoring opportunity here for Nashville as Yuppers draws a walk. It will fall to Aldrin Saab, the 8-hitter, who's going to line one into the left center gap. That's going to plate 1 run. That's going to plate 2 runs. Nashville finds themselves with a 3-1 lead and still looking to add to it with 1 out in the second. There is a walk drawn by Lalo Salamanca. It's going to roll to the top of the order and Beef Rye.
Strike 3.
Beef Rye is going to strike out. That is huge for Providence. That is 2 down. And then Javi Brizzo is going to drop that in front of the right fielder. That will plate 1 run. Nashville has 4 second inning runs to have a 3-run lead now with 2 down. Looking to still maybe even continue adding to it with Billy Nelson. Billy Nelson will ground out to the second baseman. The bleeding stops. Nashville does get 4, but it is not over yet. Providence comes to bat in the bottom of the second. A lot of game left. Cookie Monster is going to ground out to the first baseman. Next up is Whiskey Fuse, who's going to draw a 1-out walk on 4 pitches. After that's Mr. Al Gator, who's going to strike out to Giovanni Sanchez. With 2 down, here is going to be Jet Stargasm, who's going to strike out as well. Nothing for Providence in the bottom of the second. To the third we go, with Esteban Escalado leading off. Escalado will tap back to the pitcher. Hayden Andrews will strike out. And then with 2 down, here's Micah Williams. Yakul Red already into the ballgame. And then Micah Williams will tap out to the pitcher. So Nashville has broken into the Providence bullpen already in the 3rd inning. We go to the bottom of the 3rd with top of the order due up for Providence. There is going to be a single for our real name. Good way to start the inning if you were a Providence fan. Next up is Dustin Johnson, who's going to strike out looking. With 1 down, here is Will Love, who's going to hit a grounder to second base. That's going to be a 4-6-3 double play. Scoring threat erased. We go to the 4th inning.
Alrighty, Yuppers starting us off here in the top of the 4th. Ground out to the shortstop for out number 1. Bring up Aldrin Saab, hits a high pop-up into foul territory for out number 2. And Lalo Salamanca will do the same, but not in foul territory for out number 3. So a quick 1-2-3 inning here from your cool Red. And we head down to the bottom half of the 4th with Bobby Roode leading us off. Full count for Roode. That'll be a full count walk. So runner at first here for the left fielder, JQ. And there's a line drive caught by the left fielder for out number 1. Cookie Monster, fly ball, deep center field, and that's gone. Cookie Monster with a 2-run home run to center field, 431 feet. It is now a 4-3 ball game. And that'll clear the bases for Whiskey Fuse. 1-2 count Fuse, and there's a strikeout. 5th of the ball game for Sanchez. And that'll bring up the DH, Mr. Al E. Gator. On the first pitch, hits a base hit into left field, so that will extend the inning to the 9-hole Jet Stargasm. Grabs shortstop, and Alligator takes off and steals second base. And on the 2-0 count to Jet Stargasm, 3-0 count, that'll be a walk. So real name up, 2-2 count, fly ball, center field, but that will be caught. So the scoring threat is over from Providence. But they do score 2 runs on the Cookie Monster home run. And we head to the top of the 5th. B. Fry starting us off with a strikeout. So out number 1 has been made. Bringing up the 2-hole right fielder, Javithan Brizzo, over 1 count. There's a fly ball in the center field, and that'll be caught for out number 2. Billy Nelson works the 4-pitch walk, bringing it up to the hot-hitting Escalado. On the first pitch, Brizno takes off, Nelson takes off and is gunned down at second base, trying to steal. So that retires the side for Nashville. Bottom of the 5th we go for Providence. Dustin Johnson leading us off with a strikeout. That'll bring up the 3rd baseman, Will Love. 1-1 count to Love. There's a ground ball over to line drive over to second for out number 2. Then Bobby Roode hits another line drive to second for out number 3. So a quick 1-2-3 inning here for Benny Sheets, who's been in the ball game for an inning and a 3rd now. Bringing up Escalado here, who will strike out looking. The first for Lindcrab, who's been in the ball game for an inning now. And then we'll bring up the DH, Hayden Andrews. It's a fly ball into left field. That'll be caught for out number 2. Michael Williams with a ground ball to first, and they'll take it over unassisted for out number 3. So 1-2-3 inning here for Lindcrab. And bottom of the 6th we go with JQ. And that'll be a diving play by the center fielder for out number 1. and a base hit from Cookie Monster into left field. So 1 on, 1 out for Whiskey Fuse. 2-2 count. There's a so hard hit it went through the glove of the second baseman, but he recovered. So it'll just be an infield single. Alligator will strike out on the 2-2 pitch. So 2 on, 2 out for Jet Stargasm, and he will work the walk to juice the bases here for a real name. And on the 0-1 count, ground ball over to first, and the side is retired. Providence strands 3 base runners here in the bottom of the 6th, and we take it away for the last 3 innings of Game 6 with Sarah.
And now we do have a, god damn it. Anyway, so we do have a fly on right field. A walk here by Soft. I hope this was worth it. Fielder positions off. Continue on. I'll say Minka here. We have a ground out. There's going to be a ground out here. Not a double play. And now we do have a strikeout for behind. So, the stranded runner in score position here. We're going to have Crabs here trying to get their way back. They were 1 run off last time. They did manage to load the bases of scoring, so who knows. Anyways, we do have a some base here. Will Love here is going to watch as Dustin Johnson's going to get caught stealing. This one's going to be deep. It's going to hit the wall. It's going to be a double here. As Will Love is going to slide into second base. Now, Bobby Rudolph running scoring position is going to strike out. So it's now up to JQ to just play the tying run. JQ here is going to pop one now to left field. That is going to be caught. And with that, we're going to now move back to the Stars. We're trying to get some more runs here. We have Hafiti Brizzo who's going to swing on 3-1 count. That's going to be a ground out. Billy Nelson. With that, now next up, Espanolito. Strikeout 1-2-3 goes Nashville as the Crab's still lurking here. 1 run behind. It's really close right now. Really wants to go back and change the outcomes. We now have Cookie Monsters. That's going to be a strikeout. 1 out here for Crabs. 5 more outs to get 1 more run at least. Whiskey Fuse. That one is going to be a pop-up. Third baseman's going to call for 4 more outs. Mr. Alligator, that is going to be a line drive to right field and 3 more outs here for the Crabs to score at least 1 more run. Now we have Nashville who are going to be hoping to at least increase the lead a bit. Hayden Andrews. This one is going to be deep. Is this the dagger? As that is going to make this a 5-3 game. Nashville here with a 2-run lead. And with that, a 2-run lead, who knows, maybe the Crabs will have to pull something out of their pot a bit more in order to make sure that this game is at least tied and goes to extras. As now, continuing on, we have Mika Williams, who is going to ground out. Yuppers, this one is going to be deep in the warning track. It's going to be caught. And last one, we have Ultra Soft here, possibly. We now have a strikeout, so it's now up to Stargasm, real name Johnson, to continue to line and get 2 more runs here. That is, this might be the final inning of the World Series this season. Now we have a ground out here by Jet Stargasm. That's 1 out, 2 more outs to get 2 more runs. Oh, to count, real name.
Strike 3, see you later, mate. Bye-bye.
And that, we have 1 more outs up to Dustin Johnson to GM. Down, it's gonna be deep! We're going to continue on this game for at least 1 more out here as the Crabs are going to try and hold on here. 1 more run here will tie the game. Will they get it here with Will Love? It's all up to Will Love and maybe Bobby, depending on how they're going to get the base running situation. Will Love here, 1 count. This one here, they're going to hit one. That is going to be a single, so now the tying runs on base. So it's up to Bobby Roode now for the Crabs with a base runner. 0-2 count, strikeout! The Stars, congratulations! It's now your first franchise ring here. You have come all this way for all this time, and finally, this is a championship to call your own. Congratulations to the Stars on winning your first ever franchise ring. How do you feel, Benny? Benny!
Are you alive?
Okay. Had to calm her down a little bit. I couldn't be on stream uttering the words I was there in the last couple innings. I'm not gonna lie.
Benny over here sweating bullets.
It is a great feeling, I will say. Major congrats to the Providence Crabs, though. They had a fantastic season as well. You know, the Providence Crabs are another team in the majors that are, they get overlooked a lot in terms of when people think of very well-run franchises that are, always contending for rings. But Providence has been a team recently that has had very good luck. They won it last year. I think they're fantastic. Their organization's good. I like both their GMs. I think they're really great. They've got something to build on for the future for sure. And yeah, I think they, it was a great series. I'm kind of actually a little bit sad it didn't go 7 games, just because it was fantastic. But it's a great feeling to get the win.
All right. Now, before we continue on, let's get through the box scores real quick. I mean, that's not an important thing here so far. Dustin Johnson, also a huge shout out Dustin Lation, who really tried to single-handedly carry the team on his back during the end there, but just couldn't make it that far. But yeah, we'll see. Hayden Andrews here with 2 hits and 2 RBIs, 2 runs. 2 RBIs for Aldrin Soft here for Nashville. For Providence, it's going to be 2 RBIs for Cookie Monster, 3 hits for Will Love. 2 runs for Dustin Johnson. Now looking for, we have Nashville here. Win is going to go to Benny Sheets. Congrats, Benny.
Hey.
Winning the final game here. Juan Rodriguez got the save. Sanchez 3.2, and Good Davies gets the loss here and choose here playoff game. All right.
We have Zach that's gonna get in the stream in a second here.
All right,
cool. He's too busy calming down the locker room right now.
I mean, all concerned, this is this is huge. I mean, the Stars. I mean, one of the teams that for a long time have been trying to spin on the hamster wheel. Finally, you guys have won one. I couldn't be happier. For the entire Stars franchise. I know there's a lot of people that actually do love the team, wish the best for teams, so being able to finally see the Stars win one. I mean, definitely one of the great things that happens in the league is when you finally are able to just beat the curse that happens set about yourself. So yeah. Anyways, I guess while we're gonna wait for Zach, I'm just gonna upload, okay?
Worse.
Alright, yeah. So yeah, with
we won't even
that
see who the World Series MVP is? Whack.
good point. Good point. Okay, I totally remember that. We'll see. Esteban Salido, congratulations to Al Gringo, who's in the chat right now. You are the World Series MVP, yeah. I'm not really surprised. Did an amazing job. I mean, let's take a look at top batters right now since we have time anyways. Oh, hey, it's Zach. Welcome, Zach. Congratulations.
Hi, thank you.
So, first, how do you feel?
Overwhelmed. Dude, we've been going at this. Did it? Just getting here was crazy in of itself. And, it's honestly overwhelming. It's real to me. It's that meme. it's so crazy, man. I can't. I don't know. It's just hard to put in words. Which is so funny talking about a sim baseball league.
I mean, it's really funny how we put so much effort and so much energy into something that seems so fake, doesn't it?
Yeah. Yeah. It's insane. I mean, we've made the playoffs. This is our 11th season making the playoffs. Only the 3rd time getting to the conference final. First time winning the conference final. First time getting the World Series, and we did it. And it just it's surreal. And it also didn't help that we were in our voice channel in Nashville, and Taylor was out at dinner with his wife and their friends, and I was stressing. I'm like, what changes do I need to make? I'm waiting for him to text me back. And we just kept let it ride. We'll see what happens. And yeah, it was very stressful. My anxiety is through the roof. So.
You do show a good example for the no change crowd of GMs, because y'all didn't actually make a single change. Y'all asked for a lot of stamina checks, but no change. And that's pretty solid.
Let it ride, baby.
Let it ride. Hashtag let it ride.
Yeah. I always made fun of people that did stam checks, but since we're in the World Series, I'm gonna do it.
Unfortunately, I'm in that crowd and I haven't won anything, but that's another story for another day. Anyways, yeah. So, wait, how long has the franchise been around?
season. I should know this, but I did not create the team, so give me
Sad.
1 second. I'm pretty sure it was season 12, 13. I freaking know. Sorry. I'll tell you in a second.
No, it's fine. No worries. It's just I just wanted to kind of put magnitude in all of this and everything.
Yeah. We were created. Season 13 was our first season.
Mm-hmm.
We won a whopping 27-70.
Yeah, I mean, during the first 2 seasons, the Stars did have some like bad records, wasn't there? So.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's crazy. And it was funny after last season. We were pretty defeated, and like we even like we're like, should we rebrand at some point? And then we were like, maybe not. So we just put it off to the side, and then we freaking won the World Series. It's crazy.
Yeah. For what it's worth, I'm gonna get in trouble for saying this. I remember that if Jay Cortese was able to say what you did, I hear a few swears almost coming out of your mouth, but. You wouldn't be the first. You wouldn't be the first champ to do it here. Anyway.
Every draft stream.
It's fine. Yeah, kind of the same. I mean, like the first few seasons, of course, is like some teams that didn't win a lot of games and being like, I'm pretty sure you guys did have a lose record before, and then now the past few seasons just like a lot of heartbreak, which is like. So I guess the feeling of finally winning one. So like also just being maybe for the crowd. So your brother is also like the main GM. You are the co-GM here. So how does it really feel to just be able to win this one family?
It's special. I mean we talk like literally every day about the team, and we like have our own way of how things operate, and it's worked really well for us. I mean we have like 18 consecutive winning seasons, so we're just just drafting solid people and I don't know, just building a good locker room presence, and I don't know.
Yeah, I know. I mean, like Stars also one of those underrated like perennial winners that just didn't really make it to playoff. Of course, I'm on the Sloths, so of course it's like there's a difference, but it also like the ability to constantly draft and like draft and be able to put up some competitive teams is like really impressive. So yeah. Do you want to give anybody some special shout outs as to helping you guys make this get on this adventure? Yeah.
I mean I mean we've had I guess first shout out Taylor, even though he's not in here, and he did help me make any changes because we didn't make any changes. Shout out to my brother, long time member of the team. We got him back for this run, B-Fry. Definitely just been like so pivotal for us. Otter, he's been great. He's been with the team now for a while.
Actually, let me interrupt you on that. Otter 2 World Series today.
That's insane, actually.
I'm sure it has happened before, but yeah, insane. Yeah.
But yeah, I'm confident. I mean, this was probably his last season with the Stars, so I mean, what a way to like end his career with us. There's just I don't know. There's so many great people in our locker room. And that we've had in the past that I was really hoping we would win a championship with at some point. Like Blue, Rabid, Mannerite, so many people. It just, I wish we could have done it with all of them. Oh, Dagumpa, can't forget about him. There's just so many people that I wish we would have done it, but I'm just happy we finally were able to do it because I feel like this really cemented what we've been trying to do for so long.
Yeah, just realizing you changed the numbers on the thing, so now I have actually 4 wins.
Also, shout out to Mixon. That dude has held it down for us for so long. Sonic. Dude,
Sonic? Insane. Yeah, I mean, I love Sonic. Yeah, that's pretty known. Yeah, you guys constantly dominate.
I'm trying to remember everyone. I feel bad if I forget anybody, but like.
You want to get a shout out to the guy who's in the chat right now?
Al?
Not in the chat. The VC. No favor Benny.
Oh, Benny. Sorry. You did actually lock down the bullpen. You said I was trying to think of like people that were with the team for a super long time. Ben, you've been on the major league roster for like 2 seasons now.
This was my third season on the
Third
roster.
season?
Wow.
Second full
Wait.
season.
Okay, I was gonna say. But yeah,
Yeah.
it. I'm so glad that the commentator curse wasn't a thing.
I was trying so hard to not curse it, man.
Yeah. Bro, luck.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, I think it's probably for the best that Benny called the beginning of that game instead of the end. We'll see.
Yeah. No, I definitely I called the first 3 innings and then I muted my mic and I just sat there because I couldn't if I said anything, I was gonna be like, it's not gonna be good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That man, it's always seems like. Sorry, what's going on? My brother's calling me. It's funny. Like I feel like these World Series are always kind of crazy when it comes to every team wins the away game or every team wins the home game. And I was in the voice channel in our Discord. I was like, if we win our last home game, I feel really, really good about our chances winning the next away game because it's just how it's been working.
Yeah, you guys did win all your away games here, which is incredible.
Yeah. Crazy.
Wow.
Yeah. I know a lot of stars like myself, so I know how much this means to the franchise. Yeah, so just want to give heartfelt congratulations. Benny's got any questions you want to ask or any comments so far?
Do I get to be a starting pitcher in the World Series next year?
I hope so. We're back.
Oh,
At the risk of asking another stupid question, I'm going to
No, you're good.
abstain.
All right.
I can't even think about next season right now, rotation. But yeah. I mean, you'll be in the World Series. And if we make it back, you'll be pitching regardless. But hopefully, it's as a starter.
It's fine. I mean, at least enjoy this one for now, right? So it's been so long.
I'm still processing it.
Just at least. Yeah, just happy. Roster stuff later. It's not until Monday, anyways, right? So, at least I guess
lower the cap. We need to lower cap space so that way we can't sign anyone.
no.
Just complete turnover.
Yeah, we probably shouldn't. Yeah, that's
Just take
good.
notes.
Also, I'm so glad Hummus didn't jinx us by picking us. That was really important to me that he didn't.
He did pick you guys, but somehow it didn't work this time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I will say to counter curse, I bet on the crabs in the casino.
I thought
on the
about
crabs.
it. Either I make money or I win a World Series. So either way.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's all the money that we need here in this chat. Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, congratulations. I guess we'll wrap it up here. Index should be uploaded in a bit. So yeah. Thank you all for coming over, guys. Thank you to chat. Thank you for Zach for showing up here and giving some interview here. Shout out to the crowds who also fortunate to take the loss here in this wonderful series that we had. Thank you to my co-commentators. Yeah, so our co-commentators. We have Scud here, and then we have Benny here. You guys want to say bye?
So bye.
Yeah, and with that, I guess we're gonna wrap up season 37. And congratulations once again, finally, to the Stars and the Flamingos. Goodbye, everybody.
Goodbye.
Nice day.